So my best friend gave me this shirt when we were like 15 and I still have it. So girl, if you're watching this, I still got this shirt. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today's video, I'm going to be going over all of the things that made me happy and that were my absolute favorites in the month of May. You guys know that favorites videos are my favorite to watch on YouTube, but they're also like my favorite to film. I don't know what it is, I just love... Do you guys hear that? I just love filming favorites videos because, and I love watching them because like everybody is like super excited like when they're talking about their favorite things. Everybody loves to talk about their favorite things. So it just makes me super excited and I'm just really happy that like I get to film favorites videos. So that is what we're doing. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like it so I know that you like it, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I would love to have you part of my little YouTube family. Typically, I know that I've kind of been a little crazy with it, but I really do try to stick to the schedule of Monday, Thursday, and Friday, even though I think this video is gonna go up on a Saturday instead of Friday, so please subscribe. So you guys know that the month of May wasn't the best for me or my family. We just had like a really bad month and I just feel like kind of everything happened in May. So it wasn't the best month for us. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a ton of favorites because I just wasn't really trying new things and I wasn't wearing a lot of makeup and stuff like that just because I was kind of just focused on like surviving. But the good thing is I did try, I have my list here, I did try a ton of new recipes in the month of May and I really enjoyed like a lot of them. So I have a lot of recipes to share with you and I just have some just random stuff that made me happy in the month of May. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk, oh my phone just went off. Who is texting me? Oddly enough, my best friend, the one that gave me the shirt, just texted me. And she said, oh yeah, because I told her I was filming in this. So, okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is my curling wand. So the last video that I posted, or maybe it was like a couple videos ago, I don't know exactly like the order these videos are going up in. I showed how I style my hair. And this is newer to my collection. I just got this in the month of May. Usually I was using a like 3-barrel like curling iron to curl my hair. So this is the first time I've used a curling wand and it just, I quickly fell in love with it. I'm totally obsessed. This is actually what my hair looks like a couple days after I've used this curling wand. So I just kind of like brushed out the curls a little bit. I definitely need to wash my hair. I definitely have like way too much dry shampoo in it. But this is what my hair looks like a couple days after I've used this. And like I said, I just kind of brushed out the curls. And I still think it looks fine. And I really do kind of like this kind of like messy, like sexy bedhead sort of thing I got going on. So I definitely loved this curling wand in the month of May. I'm definitely going to keep using it. I think that this is just like a great, like solid, like drugstore curling wand. This is Remington. I got it at Ulta. It's somewhere between like 20 and 30 bucks. I will have everything linked in my description box. But yeah, I definitely loved this and I'm going to continue to use it. Second thing that I want to talk about is Loving Tan. So last year I did try out Loving Tan the first time. I've never self-tanned before. Well, last year was the first time that I self-tanned. I was a bad girl and unfortunately I used to just go to the tanning bed. So that is bad. But obviously like all throughout like my pregnancy and even after that I just never was tan because I stopped going to the tanning beds because I just really realized that that's really terrible for you. And I was wearing a lot of sunscreen, so I was just kind of like the pasty white girl all through summer. And then last year I had a wedding to go to and I didn't want to be like the pasty white girl in the middle of July like with professional pictures taken. So I found Loving Tan through the wonderful world of YouTube and I tried their 2-Hour Express in dark last year and I really did like it. But I was really hoping for a little bit more color. So this year I bought the Deluxe Bronzing Mousse in Ultra Dark. This is like the 8-hour one. I normally don't self-tan in the winter, like all this winter I didn't self-tan just because not that it's weird to me, but like I just don't mind really having like super pale skin in the winter because like I'm a New England girl. I guess that's just how it's supposed to be. In any case, this year I opted for this one, and I really like it. I didn't think that I wouldn't like it just because I fell in love with the 2 Hour Express last summer and I knew that I was going to like this. I will say that I do think that this is a little bit more streaky. Maybe that's just kind of me because I'm still a pretty like inexperienced self-tanner. I mean, obviously I've done it quite a few times now, but I'm still relatively new. I am not self-tanned right now. This is like my natural color. But I'm definitely gonna do this over the weekend. I really want to like redo my tan. So yeah, this definitely made me happy in the month of May. I'm excited to use it all summer and I'm just really excited to have it. So the next product I have to talk about is actually the last like beauty or makeup related product that I have to talk to you guys about. Like I said, May was not the best month for me and I really did not use a lot of really anything beauty related in the month of May. But the last thing that I want to talk about are these LA Girl blushes. I have the color Just Natural and Just Playful. They are essentially the same color. Shame on me for pretty much buying the same color of blush. Let me open them so you can kind of get a better look. So this is Just Natural and this is Just Playful. Like I said, they are essentially the same color. This one is a little bit lighter, but they're the same color. I got them at Ulta. Oh, my nose itches. Oh, ooh, ooh. I got them at Ulta and LA Girl was like buy one, get one half off. And I think these are like a couple bucks or like $5. So I got the other one for $2.50. So I'm not gonna go return it or anything. I'm out $2.50, like who cares, you know? But either way, I have used both of these. I haven't been using them all month. The last time I used them was 2 weeks ago, or like the first time I used them was like a week or 2 weeks ago for my dad's wedding, which is actually the wedding tutorial that I posted last week. So I haven't been using them a lot, or haven't been using them for very long, but I like fell in love with them immediately. I don't know which one I have on, but I have one of them on today. Again, shame on me for not remembering which one I used. I think I'm wearing Just Playful right now. I'm pretty sure. But I think these are just like a great, like super cheap, like awesome drugstore blush. I would pair these along with like Wet n Wild. I think NYX has some good blushes. So definitely really enjoy these, especially for the price. These are so good. So let's talk about candles. So ever since I started doing favorites video, this is like the third, I think this is the third favorites video that I've done, and I've had candles that I talk about. I go through it like a crazy amount of candles. I shouldn't say that. I buy a crazy amount of candles, but I don't go through them. Like I have a full, like if you like watch my cleaning videos, if you know that my dining room buffet, that entire like second drawer that's huge, like in my dining room buffet, that's full of candles. So I just have a little bit of an addiction. And for Mother's Day, actually, Bath and Body Works sent out, oh my nose! Bath and Body Works sent out a coupon that it was buy one candle, get one free, and I was like, oh, that is a huge deal. That is a huge deal. So I went and I bought a bunch of candles, and I have 3 that I bought, and then I gave the 4th one to my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. But I want to tell you about the 3 that I got for myself. So I got Fresh Cut Lilacs, and Bath and Body Works, they're like kind of rebranding some of their candles, like some of their fancier ones. So this is Fresh Cut Lilacs, and it's really pretty. It smells really wonderful. It smells exactly like lilacs. That is my husband's favorite smell. So if you notice, like I have a perfume that smells like lilacs. I like to burn this candle. That's just his favorite smell, so I'm just kind of always prone to buy lilac scented things. But this is a really good one, especially if you like lilacs. The next one is just lemon. That's it, just lemon. And it smells exactly like you would expect it to smell. It doesn't smell like a bad like household cleaner, because there are some like countertop sprays that I really don't like. They're like weird artificial lemony. This is more like a traditional lemon. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't know if I don't think it has the ingredients on it, but I know that this is like, is someone awake? Okay, sorry, my husband woke up. He works third shift and he woke up when I was filming this video. So I heard footsteps and I was like, who's awake? Lemon, like I said, it's full of like lemon essential oil, so it's gonna smell exactly like you think it is. And I really like this for the kitchen. It smells really nice. Like if you just clean your kitchen, light this candle. And then the last one, which I have used quite a bit, this is sea salt and linen. And I don't know how to describe this. I'm terrible at describing candles. Sun-dried linen, warm driftwood, sea salt, and soft lavender. I really like this candle. I really like the top of it, kind of like this lattice top candle cover. And I just think that this is a really nice candle for like the summertime and like fresh summer mornings. And I don't really have a lot to say about it other than I just really like it for the summer. So real quick, I don't know if these are our favorites, but I just want to give them a quick shout out because they are new and I just bought them and I'm really in love with them. And these are these earrings that I got for my dad's wedding. I wore them in, again, my bridal makeup tutorial. And that is what they look like. And I just think that they're like super like pretty and they just like catch the light really nicely. And I'm sorry, don't look at my hands. I haven't done my nails, but I just really fell in love with these and I just think that they're like super pretty and like elegant and classy, and I just wanted to give them a quick shout out because I just have really liked them. I haven't worn them much, but I just think that they're really pretty. So these are from New York & Company and I love them. So unfortunately, that is pretty much all I have for you for like physical items. Like I said, May was a tough month for us, but I do have a documentary that I want to talk about, and then I have some food recipes that I want to share with you. So, and that's all I got. So the documentary that I watched in the month of May was called In Defense of Food. I will try to pop pictures up on the screen. In Defense of Food is on Netflix. And I can't remember who recommended it to me. It was a YouTuber, but I cannot remember who it was. And I just watched it, and it was just, the way that the documentary is written is they talk about how food like interacts with your body on like a biomolecular way, like in a way, not so much like if you eat McDonald's you'll get fat and it's bad for you and then you're gonna die. Like we all know that. Like this was a little bit more like scientific, and it just talked about how real food interacts with your body on a molecular level versus like bad food interacts with you. And it talks about the dairy and meat industry and pretty much like how like it doesn't like encourage anybody to go vegan, but I think you would get that from watching this documentary, just because the way the meat and dairy industry operates is kind of sleazy and very much so reminds me of like the pharmaceutical industry. Just like that they, like certain laws have had to be rewritten like back in the 70s and 80s because the meat industry was pissed off that people were coming out and saying that if you eat too much red meat, it's bad for you. So, you know, the big meat industry CEOs like went to Congress, you know, their friends in Congress, and threw a bunch of money at them to have these laws rewritten in a way that doesn't reflect as poorly on the meat and dairy industry. So it just kind of revealed a lot of like corruption that I didn't know about, and it talked about also how technology has changed the way that we eat food and how we process food and stuff like that. And pretty much it just made me want real food. And you guys have known that I have been really kind of struggling with like my health and wellness journey and like fitness journey, and trying to make good choices and trying to lose these last 20 pounds that I have on me. And I've just been really struggling to make good choices and to make mindful choices. And this documentary kind of just like cemented things for me. And I think it just came at the right time for me. And now after watching that, it just, all I want is just like whole foods, like fruits and vegetables and like a big salad and just real food, you know? So I definitely would encourage you to check that out. Like I said, that is on Netflix. I do not think that you would be disappointed. So that definitely made me happy in the month of May. And then, like I said, I have 3 recipes that I want to share with you. So again, I will pop up pictures on the screen. These are not my pictures. These are pictures like from the blog post from the recipe, and I will link all the recipes in my description box as well. So the first one that I want to talk to you about is quinoa burgers. I made these like last week or 2 weeks ago, and they were absolutely delicious. It was kind of like, it was roasted cauliflower and quinoa and a bunch of other ingredients kind of mashed together, and then you form little meat patties, quinoa patties, and then you fry them just like you would kind of like a burger. And it is just the perfect base. I absolutely love them. I wouldn't eat them alone. Like, it's not something that I would eat by itself, but then again, I wouldn't eat like a hamburger by itself. And it was just, they were really good, guys. The recipe does call for a lot, and I think it said that it would make like 10 like little patties, but I made like 5 huge ones, and like they are hefty burgers. Like, you will definitely feel satisfied. You will definitely be stuffed when you are done eating them. They are not vegan because they do have eggs in them. But I just think that it's a great thing to like adopt if maybe you're trying to do like a meatless Monday, or you're trying to just kind of like lower your meat intake. I think that these are an amazing like substitution, and I really enjoyed them. And my husband, actually, who is like the biggest meat eater of all time, actually said that they were really good too. So that is a thumbs up in my book. So the next one I want to talk about is sweet and spicy sriracha chicken. Again, I will pop a picture up on the screen. It was delicious. I made this again last week. The last like week and a half is when I've really been doing a lot of my cooking. So that was so good. It's pretty much, you bread your own chicken and then you bake it. You do not fry it. And while it is baking, you make like this delicious like garlic sriracha kind of mix, like and it's soy sauce and oil and stuff like that. And then you put it in a pan and you like melt it down. Like it's like water when you put it in the pan, like that's the consistency. And then it melts down into kind of like a sticky like reduction, I guess. I don't think I'm describing it the right way, but, and then you take your chicken out of the oven and you like toss it in this sauce that you just cooked down, and it is so good. And it really like hits that like spicy like craving. So I've really been trying to stay away from buffalo chicken dip because I really do feel like that's my downfall. Like, does anybody else have that? Like the one recipe or the one like craving where you know if it's put in front of you, you will eat all of it? And that is buffalo chicken dip for me. I don't have any willpower, and I end up eating like an 8x8 pan of it, and that's how I gained 20 pounds. So I've been trying to like get away from that, but I also still have like really strong urges like and cravings for spicy things, and I want something that's just like a teeny tiny bit healthier than that. I mean, I don't know how much breaded chicken is healthier, but at least if you make it at home and you're not buying it out, like I guess I'm gonna go with that. But it was absolutely delicious. I just served that like on its own, and I just had like a big bowl of broccoli with it, and it was top notch. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is actually a meal prep recipe that I made for my husband, and it is Korean beef bowls. So it's pretty much it's jasmine rice. That's what we used because that's what we had. You just made like a ton of rice, and then it's ground beef cooked in this absolutely delicious like soy sauce, sriracha, ground ginger, and it was actually the first time that I've ever worked with real ginger before. I have never like grated my own ginger before. So that was really fun and kind of like a new exciting experience. And you make a sauce, and then you fry your ground beef, and then like add the mixture in, and just kind of let everything soak in, and then you serve it over your rice, or like they did in the picture somewhere up here. They kind of like everything laid it out in like a meal prep container. We didn't really do that. We just kind of served everything together. And we did not actually make the spinach. We actually made snow peas with it. We just pretty much sauteed snow peas with like garlic and oil. I don't have a recipe for that. We just kind of made it up. But that is what we had, and I had one bowl, and then the rest of it was for my husband for like work. That was his work lunches last week, and it was just so good, so I wanted to give that a quick shout out. So that is all that I have for you this month, in the month of May, going into June now. And yeah, like I said, I wish I had more to share with you. May was just kind of a weird month, and in retrospect, May was definitely not my favorite month. I'm really kind of like chalking up the whole thing to like a wash, and I'm really looking forward to a better June, and I'm kind of like determined to have a better June. So that's my plan. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to know some of your favorites, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.